are having a knife sharpening tutorial, and I hope some people come bouncing in here. I don't know how many people like sharpening knives at 7 p.m. on Eastern Standard Time. What we're going to do is we're going to just kind of slow ease into it, and we're going to talk a little bit about our method. We use cardboard back sandpaper, and I'm going to say this again later too, but we use pretty much cardboard back sandpaper, and we get them in different grits. So this is 800, 2500, 1500, 400, and 220, all these different grits. No, this is from the last gun show. And what you do with them is according how sharp or not sharp your knife is where you begin. This knife is pretty sharp. This is a knife, for instance, I've been using for about a year, over a year now. It's a Kudeman Bowler 695. But if you pick up this knife with 46 thousandths behind the edge, you'll see that, it's still a ridiculously sharp knife. And I do mostly push cuts. I don't do slice cuts because I think that's kind of cheating. And you can even catch this. This is wax paper, by the way. So you can see how nice it cuts. So we're going to work more on kitchen knives, but you can do kitchen knives or any type of knives. And again, cardboard back sandpaper is my preferred method. This is what I use all the time when I do when I have no power to hook up a belt sander, belt grinder. I only use the belt sanders and grinders more for speed. I don't need them. I could do it with this. Besides having the cardboard back sandpaper, it might take you a little longer. So what you could do is buy these guys. And what these guys are is diamond. These are like diamonds. You could buy these very thin and put them on a piece of wood. Get them from Amazon. They're very inexpensive. And I only use two of them. I only use 400 and 1200 grit. Lastly, we use our strop. And with the strop, we also use our compound. Okay, so let's say you're into knives, you're getting into knives, and everybody cooks. So a cool thing to do is that depending on where you are, go to a estate sale, and you'll find all kinds of knives, and you can get these knives and sharpen them up for yourself, or you sell them depending if you're going to do this professionally or not. Personally, I buy all these knives everywhere I can. For me, it's a little different. I end up shipping these knives. I take them with me and I go to Portugal. So I'll give you an example. This is like a Cuisinart knife. We're going to sharpen it right now. All right, we got a couple of people in here. Oh, how you doing? Let me see if I can say hi on this thing. Start a polls. No, I don't know how to do that. Give me a second here. I'm trying to figure out chat. No, don't know how to say hi. Thought I could say hi here. No, I don't know how to use this thing. I'm using my phone. Hi, everybody. Hi there, Luigi. We have here a Cuisinart knife. It's like $14, but we're going to sharpen it up. So you'll see how our method works. And again, this is a very simple method. We're going to try first, see how sharp it is. You can't catch nothing. You really, all right, a little bit, but I'm really struggling, okay? And that's pretty much over there. So again, best thing to use if you want to save time are these diamonds. Put a diamond on the paddle, on a piece of wood. You hold a knife. If you could see the secondary bevel, you kind of line it up so it's a little shiny. So the secondary bevel kind of like is reflecting the light if you have a light above you. And then this way you're kind of flat. Then you take this with your other hand, and that's it. This now is how we sharpen the knife. If you can see, I'm very far away, and I'm kind of curving a little bit too. Now, someone's going to say, well, you know, how do you know if it's coming out right? Well, the thing is, you're going to have a convex edge. And because you have a lot of control over the way the diamond is hitting it, you have the ability to put a good amount of force, and you have the ability to, you know, make it like thinner or thicker, because you're creating a convex, because your hand is going to not be perfect. And this is one of the reasons why I like this method so much, is most people just have it like this, where they have a diamond on a table, and then they put their fingers really close to it, and you can like fillet your fingers right off, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to be filleting your fingers off. So again, you buy these things from Amazon. They're not expensive. Put them on a piece of wood, generally 17 inches wide, and whatever the thickness is. Use 400 and 1200. And this will do the 400 first. By doing this, what you're going to get is you're going to set your first geometry. Now, you can also do it with a lower number cardboard back sandpaper, same way. And if you get good at this, you can go backwards and forwards. If you're kind of worried about scraping off the back, then just do it in one direction. The only difference between the cardboard back sandpaper and the diamond is the cardboard back sandpaper will take a little longer. So with the diamond, and you use those first two, you can do a knife in like 7 to 10 minutes. But if you're doing a full butter knife with this guy, it might take you like 12 minutes to get to the sharpness you want to get to. So we're pretty much done with the 400. I mean, it was just a few minutes, and I'm talking more. And you see how far away I am from the blade? I'm very far away. It's very safe. You don't have to worry about damage. You're not going to cut your fingers. You're not going to mess it up, and you will get a fantastic convex. It's a very big difference getting a convex. And this is also very easy for scissors. I'll touch up on the scissors again. And I figured this is a good time to do a full video. And then, you know, you guys have it so you can watch it if you want to sharpen your knives. All right, so I'm doing probably more than I need. You touch it. You could look for your burr. I got some. Okay, I could do a little more here. All right, we'll just do it with this. And if you don't get it right the first time, you could just do it again. You just go back to the 400. But the idea is to do it somewhat fast. And now I'll go to 400 with the sandpaper, because 400 on the sandpaper is different than 400 on the, what do you call it? On the diamonds. Now I'm up to 800. Now, you could do full butter knives, too. I mean, this knife had a little bit, very little bit of sharpness to it, but not much. It was pretty bad. Okay. Now let's go to 1500. And again, this video will be up tonight. If you do with a low, if you leave it at 1500 or 800, it could be a little toothier, because some people like toothy. And then if you spend more time at 2500, you can also get it to be shinier too, or polished more. And that's pretty much it. Now, this whole video is 9 minutes, and I'm kind of like flailing around. I'm not really just doing it. So 9 minutes in talking. And here's the strop. And this is the way we strop as well. You see, the way we're doing this is the same method, strop or sharpening. Okay? You have a lot of control. It's very fast. And now we're at the 9 minute and 33 second mark. So let's see how sharp this knife is now, because it's all about this now, okay? 9 minutes, 33 seconds. Let's see. That is a ridiculously sharp knife. Okay? And look, no jump cuts. I'll just keep on going. Look at this. I'm doing different parts of the blade. This is a horror movie. That's it. Under 10 minutes. We have under 10 minutes. We have a sharp knife that was not sharp at all. And I'll cut some more so you can... I'll make it even thin. I'll do the thin ones. Let's do some thin. Yeah, that's it. Look at that. Look at that. So, what was it? Cardboard back sandpaper or diamond on the on a piece of wood and a strop. And the strop is just a regular strop. We sell the strop and we make the compound. The other stuff is you're on your own. I mean, really, it's just some glue and wet dry sandpaper. You can also wet this if you do like the 1500 and 2500. If you want to wet this a bit, you'll get it even more polish on it. I'm just too lazy to go get the water right now. And it doesn't have to be perfect. The only thing that I would suggest is when you do the cardboard, you have the rows going this way instead of this way. You know? Yeah, you have the rows going this way on the cardboard side. I made one. I screwed it up in Portugal. I did it in such a rush. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Look, see that? You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. It'll work. And then you have your strop. Now, this stropping method, whether you sharpen or not, you should use this stropping method. It is faster. It is safer. You can always control your angle. You can also control tension, how much pressure you put on it. I mean, it is like the simplest thing in the world. This is very different than anybody else's stropping. In fact, just the other day, I even had a nice message from Felix Imler, and I'm so glad that he found it because I had made a video for him because he does a fantastic job with all his outdoor bushcraft videos, and I'll put a link to his site. But look how easy this is. This is it. Look how fast this is. I don't even have to pay attention. So I just did it some more. Let's grab a piece of paper. Let's see what we got. Now you can even see it's sharper than before. You know, this is the easiest thing. Now this is a method I've developed over 10 years ago, and I've been showing everybody I could for the past 10 years. I have videos. I have a mirror on the wall video, maybe like 8-9 years ago. But this is my way of sharpening. I mean, look at this. This is the only time I would cut myself sometime, because if I have my finger underneath when I do this cut, you know, every now and then I would catch it. And that doesn't mean I cut myself sharpening, because it's very hard to cut yourself sharpening this method. It's like very, very difficult because you're far away. So now this is my 46 thousandths knife behind the edge. Thickness, and I'll get another one. This is very thin wax paper, by the way. In fact, this is like the back roll of paper that you use for shipping. And look at that. Effortlessly. It's a very thick knife. And it'll just keep going. And because this method will give you a convex sharpening edge, your blades will last longer. They will stay sharp longer. There's also a compact version of in fact, let me get it. We also make an EDC. Yeah, this is like my EDC one. So if you're going camping or something, you can have this in your pocket. And we put compound on one side, and I usually hold it like this so it's still safe, and you could use it the same way. Okay. And it works really good. So you can go camping, you can grab this and take it with you, put some compound on it. You can even take compound on one side, put sandpaper on the other with cardboard, make it yourself. And now everywhere you go, you have a way to touch up your knives. And look, even that one still, look how sharp that is. I'll have a link below to our website. We are a Kudeman dealer. I'm a stocking Kudeman dealer. And of course, I make all the sharpening stuff. And I hope you guys sharpen your knives, because let me tell you, once you learn how to sharpen your knives, it opens up a whole nother world about knives. Then the steel doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Like nothing matters after that, because you can use any steel, and you know that you can just touch it up and there it is. And you're back on super sharp. That's it. We hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you go outside, enjoy the outdoors. God bless.